Okay, so here we go. Referee David Sheehy getting ready to throw in the ball with David Eakin and Peter O'Hanlon. I think it is lined out the Carrick side is lined out as we expected. All right, now Carrickmacross has gone to full back, James McGeown has gone to corner back, and his cousin Jack is in the other corner. And Stephen Gallagher is on the bench. And there we are. The ball is in and the game is up. And first catch the ball there, caught by Peter O'Hanlon. He slips it to David Eakin. Eakers, as they call him, has a chance to go through the middle. He's still going, trying to get a shot away. It's the referee is given the free, so he gets his free. It's his first chance, and I'm sure it'll be Sean Downey who will take this. So a good start there, good catch by Peter O'Hanlon. Room opened up for David Eakin through the middle, which I don't think he was expecting or anybody was expecting, but he got through there. And after maybe 20 seconds of play, we've the first opportunity again, which will be to Sean Downey. Sean just outside the D to take this kick. Came on in the second half against Gostin, was very accurate against Castlevania the first day, so Sean now to attempt to open the scoring for Carrick. And Sean, does he get that? No, it's gone to the right and wide, so a bad miss there. I think scores will be at a premium. You need to be scoring every chance you get. So the goalkeeper now, Caelan McGee, with the kick out for Truagh. He's looking to go this side of the field, out towards number 9, which is Niall Rooney. Niall catches it. He has plenty of room in front of him, being tracked by Caelan Martin. Niall puts it back into the centre there to his captain John McCarran. John to Pádraig Traynor. Back to John McCarran. John out to the far side of the field to Cormac McKenna. A number of McKennas on this team. Brothers in the half back line, Cormac and James. That's out to Adam Traynor. Adam out to Niall Rooney now on the ball. But Niall kicks that straight to James McGeown. James to Conor Duffy. Conor puts it on to Donnoch Swinburne. Donnoch now playing a half forward. The old wearing number 13 is back. Over to another youngster, another two of the younger guys, Jack McGeown. Jack had an outstanding game last week against Scotland, scoring 3 points from corner back. So Dean Matt is on the ball now, wearing number 17 for Carrick. Dean slips that into it's Killian Cromwell. Killian robbed, well robbed there. Through going to break now. It's broken again. Sean Downey this time has it. Sean slips it again. A lot of ball being dropped there. That's number 4. Keane Maguire gets that ball. Where has it gone now? It's gone out over the sideline and a line ball to Carrick. Bit of mess in there for both sides, David.
Yeah, a bit of a frantic start, Joe. It was to be expected. Everybody will be a little bit nervy. This both teams, a big game for both teams, and as we said before, they are very, very evenly matched.
Sean Downey puts that in, but Kay went to call a mark, but I don't think he can do that. So there's a bit of confusion on the mark. He gets away with it. So Truagh coming out with the ball now. It's Niall Rooney again. He's been on another ball early, the tall midfielder for Truagh. He puts it over towards Ryan Mohan. No, it's actually, I tell a lie, it's Christopher McInerney. He puts it in to number 13. It's right, and that goes into the hands of Aaron Murray. Number 13 was Christopher McKenna. Christopher scored 2-7 for Truagh last week, and they're hammering of Latin, as we said. Peter O'Hanlon now on the ball. Peter going through the middle, looking up. He slips it out the far side to Killian Cromwell. Killian is starter half back, but is coming forward. That's out to Stephen O'Hanlon. David mentioned Stephen Speed. He's going to try and take the through on, but I've no doubt Truagh will be well aware of that. He's been forced across the field. It's across to Aaron Lynch. Aaron plays that out towards Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin made a big impact when he came on as a sub last week against Gostin. Tries to get inside. Slips it into Caelan Martin. Caelan can't get a shot away, back to Sean Downey. Sean, a very bad effort there from Sean. Not like Sean, it's a very, very watery effort. So it's still no score after 2-3 minutes of play. Truagh now coming up the field. That ball going to Aaron Mohan. Aaron been tackling him, well tackled, but he still holds on to it. I think he's fouled there. He is. The referee says he is. The Carrick boys arguing, but the referee's the boss. Pádraig Traynor takes the free kick. He's coming across the side of the field to Christopher McKenna. Christopher's obviously drifting out from the corner forward position. He's soling right-footed, left-footed. He's both sides. Slips outside this to James McKenna. I don't know if they're related. Possibly they are, possibly they're not. But I know James and Cormac are. They're brothers. It's Adam Traynor on the ball. Adam back to Christopher McKenna. Obviously these are the two guys Carrick need to be tight on. That goes back to Aaron Mohan. Aaron back out to Adam Traynor. Slow and methodical from Truagh, but they still have possession, which is the main thing that they need. That's Colin McCrory. Colin plays it into Christopher McKenna. He does well there, McCrory, across to Aaron Mohan, over to the far side of the field. That's Niall Rooney again, so this is a chance to go. Well tackled there. It's back out to Colin McCrory. Colin's going to take a shot, but I don't think it was what he intended, but it worked out all right from Caelan Martin. Picks up the breaking ball out to Peter O'Hanlon. Nervy start by both teams, David.
Yeah, 5 minutes in, Joe, and nervy start. Frantic. It's played at a pace. We're not going to be able to maintain this pace throughout. couple of bad misses there from both teams. They're just finding each other's kind of strengths and weaknesses, and a bit of probing going on there. But look, we'll settle.
A good ball there from Aaron Lynch in towards Kevin O'Hanlon. Can Kevin get to that? He can. Kevin has a good burst of feet. He gets inside. He's still going, but I think he's fouled there. He is, and there'll be another free in for Carrick. This one would suit a left-footed kicker. Sean Downey, not a left-footed kicker. He doesn't look like is he going to take that? He missed his first effort, which is very un-Sean-like, shall we say. Not a good angle for him. He also had a chance from play, which he missed, and it wasn't a great effort. Not like Sean at all. This time it looks like he's going to go on to his left. No, I thought he was going to go. He flicks it back to Peter O'Hanlon. So Peter now, who is left for? Peter puts that high, but Peter puts that well to the left and wide. So there's two bad misses from Carrick.
These are the kind of chances you get, and you have to be putting away. Hopefully, we won't rue them later on.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. It's early doors, of course, just with 5 minutes gone, but still no score. But both teams really feeling one another. A good kick out there, caught by Adam Traynor. This time it's a quick ball. Oh, a man up there all on his own. Oh, James McKeown. That was a vital touch from James McKeown. Aaron Lynch should get that ball. Well spotted there by the Truagh man to see his man inside, but it was James done well. James has been about quite a while for Carrick, not just as long as Darren McCardle, who played for Castleblaney today, his 28th season playing senior championship football with Castleblaney today. A lot of guys weren't even born when Dermot was maybe 10 years into his career. Anyway, on we go. David Eakins to Peter O'Hanlon. Peter now trying to go through the middle, slips that in towards Conor Duffy. Conor can't hold on to it, breaks to John McCarran. John out to Cian Maguire. Cian on to Christopher McAnally, back out to John McCarran. Now Truagh on the break, up this side of the field with James McKenna, being chased by Caelan Martin. I'm going to assume he's going to try and come back in. Caelan does well, he keeps him out. James McKenna gets this back out to Christopher McKenna. Christopher tries to get a shot away, well tackled by Aaron Lynch. He still has it, he gets through, and this could be the opener. No, he tried a fancy one with the outside of the boot, and I'm sure Truagh will be saying the same about Christopher as we were saying about Sean. Not like him to take them shots.
No, very unlike him, Joe. He was a talisman for them last week. Absolute below in St Mellons Park. Scored a 2-8, 2-9 for Truagh last week. Very dangerous player, very talented forward, and player Carrick will have to be very, very aware of.
Absolutely, 2-7. Now Aaron Murray with his first kick out. As I say, Carrick struggled with the kick outs against Scotstoun last week. Scotstoun put them under pressure, and in fairness, my view of it, Mark McNally a lot of times didn't have a lot of options. He was forced just to kick it down the centre, and Truagh are looking at something similar. Anyway, Aaron pops it over towards Peter O'Hanlon. Peter doesn't get it right. He does. He breaks it down to Adam Traynor. So Truagh back on the attack. Being tackled by Conor Duffy. He slips it out to Aaron Mohan. Aaron in to Ryan Mohan. And there's the opening score of the game for Ryan Mohan. Aaron and Ryan may be brothers, are they, David? I think they're brothers, Aaron and Mohan. And
they are
Ryan.
cousins.
Cousins, is it?
Yes.
Well, the cousins combined there to set up the opening score. So Carrick had trouble with the kickouts last week, and first kick out today, we've lost that one again. So
yeah, it's very interesting. Just look at the kickouts in both teams last week. Truagh were content to go very, very short. The kickout today, they seem to be content to go long up the middle. We need to be very, very aware.
This time the kick out is over towards Peter O'Hanlon again. Now he's the target. Another ball breaks. This time Truagh get it again. This time it's Niall Rooney has it. Niall back.
Pushing up very strong, Joe, Truagh on our kick out. So yeah, very, very strong.
That ball breaks out again to the point scorer Ryan Mohan. Ryan slips it out to Christopher McAnally. He's looking around him. He's not sure where he's going at this moment, but he recycles it back out to Niall Rooney. Niall puts it into the centre to Aaron Mohan. Aaron now to the far side of the field to Christopher McKenna. That's just a bit too long, and Colin McRory would have done well to get that ball. So both sides, it's sort of still feeling one another out, David. But
absolutely, Joe, and it's played at a fairly frantic pace. It will settle down a little bit, we expect it. But you can see Truagh already are pushing well up in the Carrick kick out, using that sweeper to push up, using the third midfielder. And quite content then to try and play an early ball into either McAnally or into...
Yeah, well, I think my earlier observation about the wind, it's obviously with Truagh because they've kicked 2 or 3 balls in there. I think they're keen to get the game restarted with the advantage of the wind. So the wind, it obviously is. When you look at the flags and at the gate there, they are actually, there's a good enough wind actually favouring Truagh now.
There's a fluttering, there is.
So here comes Aaron. He's in no rush with the kick out anyway. He's been advised by all of Truagh here to kick it out. Again, up the middle towards Aaron Lynch. It breaks down. And again, this is a problem we had even against Castleblaney, not winning a breaking ball. Here come Truagh now. There's a chance for them. And this could be, that looks to be a very good snow. It drifts to the left and wide. That was Christopher McKenna again. Yeah, that's another kick out Carrick have lost. This is a serious problem we have at the minute, not being able to win kick outs.
Funny, it's a miss last week when we were going short. Gary McEnany is a huge miss to the team. He is very, very good in the short kick out. A little bit of experience in his confidence, so he's a huge miss here again today. That leader just there in the back, half-back line.
Well, the kick out was taken short there. This time to Killian Cromwell, but Killian, that's a wasted effort, and that's right out over the sideline and gives the possession needlessly back to Truagh. So we're about 10 minutes into the game, and Truagh are 1-0 up. So here they go again. Adam Traynor, who's drifting well out from his full forward position, picking up a low ball. He slips that to Pádraig Traynor. Pádraig has been with Truagh a long time, a long campaigner with Truagh. That goes to Ryan Mohan, the point scorer. He has another go, and is this one good? No.
A lot of wides there for
Truagh. So a bit of aimless shooting from Truagh as well. But
they'll not be happy with that, Joe.
So far, Carrick have managed to negate the attacking threat of Adam Traynor and Christopher McKenna, but as I say, it's early doors yet. This time it comes this side of the field to Caelan Martin. Caelan forced to go back into the centre to James McGeown. So Carrick now obviously going to try and build from the back here. Back to James McGeown again. James out to Aaron Lynch. Aaron surrounded by Truagh men there, but he still has the ball. He puts it out to that's Carl McMiniman. Carl trying to go forward. Is forced to come inside. He plays that into Stephen O'Hanlon. Stephen back to Carl McMiniman. Carl works his way through. Does very well there. He gets it in towards Kevin O'Hanlon, but the goalkeeper, Caelan McGee, coming out for that, but it's not. It's number 5, right half back. James McKenna has it. James now gets it into the centre to Niall McQuillan. Niall to Pádraig Traynor, and Truagh set up again to the far side of the field towards Owen Kelly. Owen coming soloing out of his own full back line, being chased now by Sean Downey. He's gonna go up the line. He goes up the line. Without a bit of experience there for Colin McRory, but the bounce I think beats him. Yeah, a wee nudge on the back there of Jack McGeown. As I say, Jack had an outstanding game last week in his championship debut season this year. But the referee tell him to hold with the kick out. I don't know what the problem is.
Truagh look very comfortable there at the back, Joe. They're kind of rebounding all our attacks.
Yeah. Carrick, as I say, haven't really made any sort of cutting thrust, shall we say, as of yet. So here comes Aaron Murray. It looks like though he's going to have to go long, so I'd say he's going to be in for Peter O'Hanlon. He is, but that's another kick out won by Truagh again. This is serious. This is a serious problem Carrick have at the minute. That's Adam Traynor in towards Colin McRory. He calls the mark and he'll get a free kick at the goals. So this is a chance to double Truagh's lead to 2 points. The kick outs are a serious problem for Carrick. Colin, I think he has 15 seconds. He must be nearly there now. He takes the kick and he extends Truagh's lead to 2 points to 0. 12 minutes, nearly 13 minutes gone. So I think it's fair to say we're going to see push up on the Carrick kickouts, because it has been a problem to date.
It's been very effective for them so far, Joe. They've won a lot either through breaking ball or won them clean, and it is a concern for the Carrick management.
So again, he aims it towards Peter. This time it's towards Aaron Lynch. Aaron breaks it down, but no, it's going to go out over the side. No, it breaks to Aaron Mohan. So we're not even winning the breaking ball now, Carrick. So this is a problem. So Aaron Mohan going forward. He's in the corner all on his own, but he's quite contented to hold on to the ball. He puts it into the middle that's a great run there. Who was that? And he gets his point. So things are looking ominous very early on for Carrick. Could have
just
been a
need to settle, Joe.
There,
just need to settle a little bit. The kickouts are causing a little bit of problems here for us.
That was Christopher McInerney, the centre half forward, got that point. So that's 3 points to 0 now in favour of Truagh. This time the kick out goes towards Kevin O'Hanlon, but this is Truagh again. Carrick don't seem to be picking up anything around the middle of the field at all. So Truagh, here they go again. This ball goes to Adam Traynor. Adam in towards Christopher McKenna. He's fouled. He gets a shot away and he puts it over the bar. And that's 4 points to 0. And now Truagh starting to turn the screw slightly on Carrick, David.
Certainly, it's a bit of concern now, Joe. 15 minutes in now and 4 points down. Could be probably 7 or 8 points down now. We need to get a little bit of ball into the forwards. We need to start to settle. Our kick-outs are a problem here. We really need to start winning them. And moving forward for them.
In fairness to Aaron in the goals, he hasn't got a lot of options. He had to go short, and Carrick was surrounded there by Truagh men. lucky enough to get the foul. He'll be happy enough with that. He gives it to Conor Duffy. Conor slips it out this side to David Eakin. So now Carrick need to settle down and get into this game. David puts it out here to Donnock Swinburne. Donnock a long way from goal. He's been well tackled there by James McKenna. James been Donnock been very well tackled. He does well. Gets it to Peter O'Hanlon. Peter has a lot of room in front of him, but no white jerseys in front of him. He has to go over to the side towards Jack McYoung. Jack going forward now from his corner back position. I've no doubt if Jack gets into a scoring position, he'll have a pop because he was very successful last week. He puts it to Sean Downey. So Sean with a chance of opening the score. And Sean puts that over the bar.
That's
and
brilliant.
That's more like Sean. A good score there. Very badly needed. So after 17 minutes, Carrick at the first score courtesy of Sean Downey, and the referee I think is calling for a water break there. I think that's it. Yes, yeah, the teams are going.
Yeah, calling a little bit early, I'd imagine there, Joe, but I think Carrick would be glad to get in. This is, sometimes the water break is like the basketball thing that if things not going well for you, the water break is fantastic. Just give you a chance to reset.
Yeah, but the only thing is that you don't have much time, and Truagh have the kick out. And we've seen here in the match against Castleblaney, Carrick came out quicker than Castleblaney, and the referee allowed the play to go on. So it's something both teams would want to be very conscious of here.
Absolutely. Just look over the far side too, Joe. I see Stephen Gollaty warming up. I'm sure he's going to enter the fray possibly before half time. We really need to get on the ball. We're not winning in around midfield. We're not going to win in the breaking ball. Our half forward line again is struggling to get the ball into the full forward line. We have, as we said, Sean Down. We have Stephen O'Hanlon in there. We need to get a better supply of ball into them closer to goal.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Truagh seem to be getting a lot more room up front. Now they had a couple of aimless shots, but they've started to find their range there in the last 3 or 4 minutes, getting a couple of good scores. Christopher McKenna in particular getting a fine score of his left, so obviously he's a guy that needs to be watched. But at the moment, you'd have to say Carrick really are in trouble with the kickouts. And I see there, as I said, the goalkeeper, Caelan McGee, getting very ready to kick it out, but the referee says no. I see the Carrick team were quicker breaking there. As I said, that incident did happen in the Castleblaney match. Blaney weren't happy with it, but that's the referee allowed it, so I'm assuming that's within the rules. So here we go again. After the first water break of this game, it's 4 points to Truagh, 1 point to Carrick. We have 18 minutes of the first half gone. The kick out, this time, it goes the whole way to the corner forward, and that was very, very slack. And now it's a chance for Christopher McNandy to get a goal here. Well blocked by Aaron Murray. He does very well. A vital. That would have been a great. That really would have put Carrick under pressure, but that was a terrible bit of defending. The kick out must have went all of 80 yards there, and nobody to take it out. Anyway,
nobody
here we
check
go
with
again.
A super save from Aaron Murray.
Killian Cromwell on the chance now, or on the attack I should say. He's left-footed, looking to get in, but Carrick now static. Back to Aaron Lynch. Aaron puts it up along the side to Jack McYoung. Jack needs to get to that. He will. As I say, Jack, if he gets into a scoring position, I know Jack will definitely have a pop. He's not afraid to have a score. But he's
scored 3 fantastic points last week, Joe.
John McCarran coming out with that. John doing well, has dropped back from his half-back position to win that ball. But again, very little movement inside. Very, very stagnant from Carrick. So that ball breaks to Adam Traynor. Adam getting a lot of ball. He plays it out to Pádraig Traynor. Pádraig now going forward for Truagh. Has been around a long time for Truagh. Played some of the county football as well. He puts it into his centre field partner, Niall Rooney. Niall into the centre, back to Adam Traynor. Adam trying to open it up there, but this time, the bounce nearly deceives them all, but James McKeown just as well, he got his hand at that because there was a Truagh man in behind. Kevin O'Hanlon now a long way from home, having to come back to carry that ball forward into Carl McMiniman. Carl, he's carrying forward. He puts it out towards Killian Cromwell. Killian back to Dean Mathis. I think that's the first time we mentioned Dean there today. Dean into Conor Duffy. Conor now coming forward. Sean Downey coming forward but didn't get it. It's Peter O'Hanlon now. Truagh well set up there defensively. This time it comes across towards Caelan Martin. Caelan gets that. He's been tackled. He gets by his first tackle. He's trying to slip it in towards David Eakins. David does get that. David does well. A good touch, shoulder there by John McCarran. The ball breaks this time. Donnock Swinburne unlucky. The referee given a free, I think. Is it a free in? It is, yeah. That was all because Donnock went down for the ball. We were always told that from an early age, go down and you get your free, and that proved to be the point. This time Sean looks as though he's going to have to go for the score. He's not messing about, looking to kick it short. But as I said earlier, he is kicking into a breeze. Maybe maybe it affected his first kick. The breeze would be more or less directly into his face here. It's coming from that angle and coming down. So Sean wearing number 18 now. 20 minutes into the game to try and narrow the gap to 4 points to 2. Truagh not happy with the position. Sean takes his kick. This time it looks good. Is it? It's a lovely kick. No. The umpire is waving wide. Sean is arguing a point. The referee is going to the linesman, so I'm not sure now. Everybody's going to tell them what to do. Yes, they're giving the point. The linesman there on this side of the field, who was directly behind the kick, is happy enough it's over the bar. Sean seemed to say it was over the bar, which you'd expect no different from the Gay kicking it. So it's 4 points to 2. So Caelan McGee now with the kick out. He goes long up the centre towards Aaron Lynch and Porrick Trina. Oh, great catch by Aaron Lynch. He calls the mark. This time he puts it in high towards Stephen O'Hanlon. Can Stephen get his hands on that? No, he can't. It's Owen Kelly gets it. Owen being tackled by Stephen. He plays it back to John McCarran. So here come through again, working up the line into number 12, which is Ryan Mohan. Ryan scored the opening point of the game. Ryan now right foot, he cuts inside. That's towards Christopher McKenna. Oh no, that's Christopher McKenna on the ball now. Oh, that's a great ball through it. But Aaron, no! Oh.
Very lucky there, Joe. Very lucky.
Twice there, could easily been in for 2 goals. Carrick really need to sort stuff out at the back there.
There's only 2 points in it, Joe. Truagh have had the majority of chance in this game and still only 2 points in it. So Carrick's very much in this game. Yeah,
the ball, just the kick out there, back in towards Conor Duffy. Caelan Martin showing well for that kick out. But Truagh has to be said, well set up defensively. Carrick, this is it. Carrick are doing this a lot. Got away with it there, I think. Jack McGowan slips it on to Aaron Lynch. A good catch a couple minutes ago by Aaron. So there's room in front of Aaron. Aaron did something similar against Castlebane in the opening match where there was room. Stephen O'Hanlon being forced out there a long way back, hopping the ball, trying to go through a lot of men. He does well. Goes on to his left foot, takes his kick. And the crowd on the far side will tell you that's a point. So that's Stephen's opening score of the game, and it narrows the gap to a single point. Although Carrick have to be lucky, we could easily have conceded 2 goals. But as it stands, it's 4 points to Truagh, it's 3 points to Carrick. And this time the ball is going to go out over the sideline, and we have 21 and a half. No, it's not going to go out over the sideline. Christopher McKenna gets to that, and he's on. Christopher, the scoring man for Truagh. Oh, that's a long, dangerous. That's a great super ball over the far side of the field. But well blocked by James McGeown. He goes into Aaron Murray. So it was a great ball there from Christopher McKenna over to Colin McRoy. Now Dean Matthews on the ball. Dean into the midfielder David Eakins. David slips it outside this field to Carl McMiniman. Carl looks up. He's going to have to try and break the tackle. This time it's to Caelan Martin. Caelan gives it back to Carl. Carl into Conor Duffy. Conor drops it. Again, not a lot of options in front of Conor. He puts it in towards Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin, I was going to say he could take the mark. He does. He's got 15 seconds to kick it. And
just off the camera, I see Dean Matthews has his hand up. He's gone down injured.
Yeah, well, Kevin needs to kick this, or the referee will blow it against him. You've got to kick it, Kevin. He's taken a long time, and the trio fellas are saying that. I don't blame them. In towards Sean Downey, but it breaks. It breaks to Owen Kelly, out to Cormac McKenna, out now to James McKenna. This ball to Christopher McKenna. It's all the McKennas on the attack. Up along the line to Niall Rooney. Niall cutting inside. He should get a shot away, and that he does. And Niall puts that to the right hand side and wide. I see, as you said, David, Dean Matthews is down there. The referee is, I think, has the referee copped that?
Yeah, physiotherapy. I think there's a problem with his ankle that day. He was calling. He did his hand up there for the last couple of minutes.
It looks
just
like
when we have the little break in play, Joe. Carrick are very lucky, only a point behind, have had very poor percentage of the possession. Truagh have been extremely wasteful. I'm sure there's a strong possibility they'll rue that come half time. They should be much further ahead in this game.
Yeah, Conor McInerney there, he's coming in to make his debut in this year's championship for the aforementioned Dean Matthews, who's gone off there. It may be an ankle injury, we're not sure. We might get confirmation later on. So Aaron Murray now to start the kick out again. Caelan Martin went short, but this time Aaron's taking his time, but he's going to have to go down the centre by the looks things. No, he comes over this side of the field, but it's all Truagh Mendes over this side, and it's Donnock Swimmer. He's very unlucky not to get to that, but very similar to a couple of minutes ago, only the opposite way around. John McCarran went down to pick it up and got us free. Christopher McKenna takes it quickly, just a bit too long, but Adam Traynor does well to get it. Adam being chased by the number 14, his own number. Oh, another simple ball in there, and Jack McGeown. Oh, the referee is given a penalty. The referee is given a penalty. Oh, Truagh.
Jack was very unfortunate there. He did well, the Marshall. He was unfortunate at a penalty called against him.
But David Truagh getting in behind there, ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the same ball all the time, Joe. We've seen this even in the Latin game last week. It's not a secret. It's the type of ball they play. It's direct in. They're looking for McKenna all the time at McInerney. There's 3 or 4 forwards looking for it all the time. It's a simple thing to do. James McGeown, I have to say, for a veteran, has done very well in there so far, and has probably saved our blushes on a few occasions. But here we are, penalty with probably 3 or 4 minutes to go till half time.
Yeah, well, Christopher McKenna, as you see, I think he actually scored a penalty last week against Aaron Murray. So Christopher McKenna with the left foot to increase Truagh's lead. And not the goalkeeper in the country was going to save that. So Truagh extend their lead 1-4 to 3 points. Carrick have to be fortunate that it is only 1 goal so far, but they really need to tighten up on that. And again, it all came from Carrick not winning their own kick out. This is where the problem is. And again, if nobody shows, we're down to kicking down the middle and we just don't seem to be winning the kick-outs.
It really is work rate. Truagh really are up for this. Their tails are up for this match. You can see it all around the pitch. They're working as a team.
And Truagh have it again. This time they break it. It breaks to Conor Duffy. Conor now gets it. Being tackled there, but he's been fouled. But it's really a serious issue in the middle of the field for Carrick, this breaking ball. To Peter O'Hanlon, to Kevin, his cousin. Kevin now with room in front of him. Kevin going to try and inject a bit of pace into this. He slips it in back, I said, to Peter. Peter back to Kevin. Kevin, I think that's a free in. Yeah, absolutely. A bit of better movement there from Carrick, but the kick-outs this time, and it was just a flaky ball really that broke our way.
But absolutely, Joe, again, as you say, we have the fastest forwards on the county and we need to get the ball in fast and they will do the job. We really need to get that. We need to win our kick-outs. We need to get the ball into our forward line. It's very frustrating for them when you're not winning the kick-outs.
Yeah, John McKenna has been spoken about or John McCarran, I should say, been spoken about the referee, and it's a yellow card for John McCarran. So Sean Downey from straight in front of the goals. You would expect Sean to put this over the bar, but under such time as the umpire puts up the flag, we can take nothing for granted. So here comes Sean with the kick out, and he puts it over the bar, and that's back to a 1 goal game. So 1 goal and 4 points to Truagh, 4 points to Carrick. As we head towards the half-time whistle. So the kicker now, the goalkeeper should say, Caelan McGee with the kick out. Now Carrick saying that he's taking too long, but I think everybody just chancing around. There we go again. This time it breaks. This time it's Donnock Swinburne does well. Donnock gets it back to Aaron Lynch. That's the first breaking ball to Carrick, one around the middle. He tries to set up Killian Cromwell. Killian now, he's forced to come backwards into a gang of Truagh men. He does well back to David Eakin. David into Donnock Swinburne. Donnock does well on the turn there, but that's going to drop short. That's a sin. That's an awful sin to kick the ball into the keeper's hands. Truagh are to start it up again now with James McKenna coming up this side of the field. You've got to put the ball dead. Here comes James. He's after covering 40 yards comfortably. He's still going. I can see movement in behind James McKeown, isolated his man in behind him again. So here come Truagh now. This time they're trying to get a score. It's Aaron Mohan, I should say. Back to Pádraig Traynor. Pádraig Traynor recycles it out to Cormac McKenna. Cormac over the side of the field to Niall Rooney. Niall was a lot of ball early on in the game. Carrick have set up. Can Peter Hanlon get to that? He can. He does well. Here's a chance for Carrick. But again, he is very few in front of him. He needs somebody coming off his shoulder. Some people this time trying to get forward. He's coming into the centre. He slips that to Aaron Lynch. Aaron forced back into the centre. Aaron puts that into, I don't know to who. There's a terrible ball, it has to be said, and this is Carrick are very indecisive. And here now, Truagh have acres of room in front of them. Cormac McKenna on the ball. He puts it in towards it's Colin McCrory. Colin being tackled and Colin being fouled there. So Carrick really have no cohesion at all in the attack. It's just nobody.
It was very, Peter O'Hanlon did fantastic to intercept that, and there was a scoring chance there. We just can't capitalise no chance. We need to do that. Come into half time and score would be nice on the board.
Absolutely, but nobody. He had to come back, and then he went into the middle, and there was just Truagh. There's no same problem last week. We're defending okay, well, relatively okay, considering that we've only coughed up 1-4, which should be a lot more. I should say it should be probably 3-4 to be brutally honest. A great save from Aaron Murray, but this time it's Adam Traynor going to take this kick now. He's about 40 metres out. It suits a right footed kicker, but it will be a very good kick. It has to be said if he kicks it from here. But obviously they have faith in him. He scored 2-2 against Latin last week. He takes the kick, and this is straight over the black. No, it's gone
slightly wide.
Just slightly
just
wide.
On
the
the
wind might have caught that just at the end. So the score remains 1-4 to Truagh, 4 points to Carrick. We're into the last minute. We're on the 29th minute, and then there'll probably a minute or two considering a water break and also the injury to Dean Mass. So we probably have 2 or 3 minutes. So well caught there by Killian Cromwell. Peter O'Hanlon up towards Kevin, but Kevin's beaten there. Well beaten, well taken by the defender. And here come Truagh again. So I think there's going to be some serious words from the Carrick bench at half time. They'll really have to pick things up. Niall Rooney puts it in towards Adam Traynor over the side of the field to James McKenna. James going to come back in and take his kick. No, he's not. He solos it. He's setting himself up. Being tackled now by Sean Downey. Back to Christopher McKenna. Christopher out to Adam Traynor. Adam just missed that last free. He puts it across to Cormac McKenna. Cormac puts it into Owen Kelly. Back to Cormac McKenna.
They look very comfortable on the ball, Joe. Through.
Maguire, quite happy the way things are going. That's back into Ryan Mohan. They're just trying to set themselves up for a score, which Ryan Mohan takes the shot, and another super score from Ryan Mohan. Truagh, totally, it has to be said, while they're only 4 points ahead, they are totally in control of this game at the moment. Carrick really bereft of ideas when going forward. Going with a kick out this time. Caelan Martin, in fairness, Caelan has been shown himself for the kick outs. He tries to get up the line to David Eakins. David does get this. David now into Donnock Swinburne. Donnock, he's on his own in the middle again. Donnock is blocked down. Stephen O'Hanlon, Sean Downey should say, but the referee is blowing for, it's a clash of heads here between David Eakin and John McCarran.
Fair clash. One thing you can say about David Eakins, he's one of the bravest players Carrick have. He puts his head in where people wouldn't put their foot. Very, very tough guy. Super player. Gives it Everton, empties the tank every time he plays. Hopefully David's okay. He's up. Yeah, hopefully he'll continue. A super player, young Eakins.
Carrick will have possession here, but I don't think under the laws of the game they can't go directly. Well, they can go directly for the score, but if they get it, it won't count. So we're into injury time at this stage, David.
Into injury time, I'd say, maybe an attack, maybe a score. I'd say the Carrick management are looking forward to half time just to getting the guys in and getting reset. It's really come down to our kick outs, Joe. What would be extremely worrying as well is the work rate. Truagh's work rate here is phenomenal. They're working as a team, working as a unit. Very, very, very comfortable on the ball, and then able to play that quick ball inside. You know the two players are looking for, and they're able to get them nearly every time. We are very lucky that they haven't scored 2 or 3 goals.
Absolutely, a great save from Aaron Murray. A fumbled ball then by Adam Traynor, and then a fabulous penalty from Christopher McKenna. Eventually the goal came. Like Carrick, the wind is as I say is favouring through. It's breezy at times, and then the wind is down. But Carrick they really will need to up the ante.
Big
in
time.
The second half, big time, because you
time.
don't want to be going to Lanton next week. To go to Lanton, even though they got a hammer by Truagh, they will be all up to atone for that next week. But that's a week away yet. They're still. I think it's John McCarran. It's the true captain that's down. John had been on the county panel for the last number of years as well. Clash of heads there with David Egan. David's up. He seems to be fine.
David is. He's a hard nut. He mightn't look it out there, but he is all steel and concrete. So he is.
John McCarran up and ready to go again. So as we enter the final, possibly the final play of the game. This time the kick is taken towards Caelan Martin, but Caelan's going to be very isolated out here. Yeah, he gets it back. I don't know where he put that to, but silly. And here they go again. Conor Duffy should get to that. That Carrick got away with that one, but Caelan Martin was totally isolated inside and tried to kick it. Had to call a Hail Mary ball back out to play. But anyway, here comes Aaron Lynch on the far side of the field. Aaron solo on the left foot. He comes back in onto his right. I see David Eakins go through the middle. He does well, David. I think you need to go for that, David. I don't mean go for it, but you need to let it bounce. And another fumble ball, and Truagh come out with it again. They're just coming out of the ball as easy as they like, and then they give it away. So both teams making silly mistakes. This time it goes into Peter O'Hanlon. Peter possibly with the last chance of the first half. We said that earlier. Peter puts it back out to Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin now tries to go through the middle. He's definitely fouled there, and the referee gives the free in. Probably a bit too far out for Sean Downey, but I'd say Sean will probably go for this, because I would think this could be the last kick of the opening half. We're 2 or 3 minutes into injury time now at this stage. Although it has to be said, this is a very, very difficult kick for Sean. Possibly one,
just
maybe.
The wind has picked up slightly again, Joe.
Possibly one for Donnock Swinburne off the ground, but Sean, no, he's going to go for it. But why is there no Carrick man in front of the goal there in case the ball does break? I think Sean will get it very hard to make the distance here, and if he does, it'll probably go wide on the left hand side of the post. But it's a good kick. It's a very good kick by Sean. Sorry for doubting you, Sean. A fabulous score there, and that is the last kick of the first half. So David, it's 1-5-5. It's not a disaster. We haven't played well. I know there are some people you wish to say hello to. As I said, the stream of the day is being sponsored by Cahill O'Gorman of Market Square Shopping Centre.
Yeah, it's not a disaster. I think Carrick will be very happy to see half-time. They're only a goal behind. They know they haven't played to anything like their potential at all. Winning kickouts been a problem, and work rate has been a problem. But when they do get up there, I suppose Sean Downey again has saved our blushes. I think it was 4 points he scored there. we really need to get the ball into our forwards a lot quicker. Just a shout out there to people. There's a few people watching us from various parts of the world. From New York, we have Philip Traynor and all his crew over there, and Allborough Flooring there, and Rockland GA. They are tuned into us. Derek Tumley, I believe, in Tog Constructions, tuned in also from New York City. And Derek Conlon, one of the greatest players Carrick ever produced. Derek and his sons, Matty and Derek Jr., they are tuned in, I suppose, in New York. I know Matty is playing with Navy. He would have been a great asset if he had been still here, an Emmets player. But Derek and family, they're tuned in New York City. Pat Gartland, I think, is tuned in over in Cambridge. He sent his best wishes here to the guys. And closer to home, an old mate of yours, Joe Martin Lamb in Galway.
Yeah,
he's also tuned in.
And another man I know possibly tuned in there. I know he was tuned in the last week. Actually, was another former great Emmets player was Jimmy Cunningham, also in New York. So if you're watching it, Jimmy, hello to you as well. So that's it, folks. It's half time. Truagh presently the away side leading 1-5, and it must be said deservedly so. And David, you have something there to say?
Just a shout out as well. I know the guys like to say it, just to give us a shout out there to the Laho. Any guys, anybody who's not at home can watch it online or do it online. The Year the Senate Club is struggling for a few funds, so if there is a chance to do it, it'd be great.
Okay, so that's it, folks. We're going to take a short break now for the half time, and we'll be back for you all of the second half. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready now for the second half. Truagh coming back out there. Apologies for some technical difficulties I believe I have, but I think hopefully we should have that all sorted out for the second half. Just when you mention people watching there, I should just say David mentioned my old pal Martin Lamb watching the match down in Tuam. I just want to say hello to his son Emmet and fiancée Roisin, who are due to get married there during the week. But unfortunately, due to COVID, the wedding has to be put back a year. So it'll be definitely worth waiting for Emmet. So best of luck to yourself and Roisin.
That'll be a day out for you as well.
And David, we mentioned the lotto there, we also have a draw going, a 300 club draw. They'll give you some details on that.
Yeah, huge draw. I think the first draw is happening now in September. Just limited to 300 tickets. Now it's 100. There's fantastic prizes. Again, details are online on the Emmets webpage and the Emmets Facebook. And again, it's just one of those years where every club in the country is struggling for funding. And it'd be fantastic. Anybody out there worldwide, any of the people watching in live, if you feel like to contribute to the club back home, if you can check out the details there. I'm sure John Scully or some of the committee will be delighted to email you, no matter what part of the world you're in. Congratulations also to former player Neil McEnany and his beautiful bride. Got married there during the week. Neil was a former captain here.
That's correct, yeah. Well done, Neil. Congratulations.
Still playing with us, thank God.
Yeah.
And a fantastic service to the club. So, Neil, if you're watching in from your honeymoon, if you're having better things to be doing, I don't know if you're enjoying it so far, but Robert, it's a game of two halves, and hopefully this half things will improve.
So the only change was Conor McEnany in for Dean Matthews, but that was enforced early on. So we were on and going. Conor Duffy breaks as we did in the first half. Conor there been trying to get through, but we've been tackled, very well tackled. Back to Aaron Lynch, and Aaron takes a shot, and that goes to the right and wide. So we're back up and running at the start of the second half. I don't see any changes on either team. So although there's a number 29 in there, I see for Truagh. David, any idea who that is, or was he there from the start? I know Truagh did say they were changing some jersey numbers, but
29 is Ronan Boyle. He came on last week as well for them against Latin and did very, very well.
So that ball then is caught there by Ryan Mohan from the kick out and needlessly fouled by Killian Cromwell. And here Truagh go again. This time they go short to Adam Traynor. Adam, who seems to be sort of working a lot of ball through him, has been drifting out from his full forward position. Back to Cormac McKenna. Cormac now lining up for a shot, but that's going to be short, I would think. Aaron Murray against that. He's been tackled by Colin McRory. Aaron now out to Carrick McMiniman. So Carrick now, they start the ball rolling again. Stephen O'Hanlon getting this ball. Stephen is a long way from goal. He puts it up to Donnock Swinburne. Donnock now carrying forward. Stephen O'Hanlon coming up off his left hand shoulder. I'd say this will go to Stephen. As I say, he had to go a long way. He's still a long way out. He's trying to cut in there. He's surrounded by three men, but overdoes it, and he loses it. It come through again, and it's Christopher McKenna. But that ball's gone out over the sideline, and the second half starting very like the first, in that both teams are giving silly possession away and doing silly things.
Little bit of probing going on again, Joe. Yeah. It's a little bit frantic out there. I don't know how this is going to pan out for the 60 minutes. I was talking to a football pundit the other day, and they said this is the championship quarter, the third quarter as they call it. Now with the water breaks, they're splitting the games into 4 quarters. So to say this is the championship quarter, this is where good teams put teams away. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens and which team puts who away in this quarter.
That ball has gone out for a 45. Yeah. A nameless kick in there, but it's a 45, so a chance for I would imagine Donnock Swinburne to no, it's a free out, sorry, my mistake, it's a free out, sorry. So Truagh with Caelan McGee, the goalkeeper, he gets it out to Cormac McKenna, out to far side of the field to probably Adam Traynor. He looks into the middle to Christopher, the goal scorer in the first half. Truagh keeping going now. That ball breaks. This time Aaron Lynch does well, but he's beaten to it a second time round. There's a lot of messing going on there, but Truagh still have possession, and it comes this side of the field where it comes to Owen Kelly. Owen now starting the attack from the half Carrick 45 metre line. He goes back into the middle to Adam Traynor. Adam back to the aforementioned Owen Kelly. Owen puts it all the way back to John McCarran. John thankfully recovered from that head clash he had with David Eakins earlier on. Over the far side of the field to James McKenna. James has been got a lot of ball coming up the field there, back into Owen Kelly. Owen centre half back was going to go this side, but it decides to keep it back to John McCarran. So Truagh are going to methodically build this up, and why not? They're 3 points ahead. Carrick, the instructions coming through lanes, keep the ball. John McCarran back to Colin McCrory. Colin trying to work himself into a scoring position. He turns around, but he gives it into back out to Adam Traynor. Adam with the right foot. That's a super score from Adam Traynor. And that increases Truagh's lead to 4 points.
Joe, that is just too easy there. There's a sea of white shirts there. We're not getting a hand on. We're not getting that ball stopped. They're walking their way through us. It's just too easy.
And the referee having a word with somebody there. I seen Aaron Lynch, and it's the true number 6. It's Cormac McKenna. I don't. It seemed to be handbags to me, but I heard some of the Carrick players. Did you see that? So obviously something that happened, but I would expect no different. Why should Cormac stand aside and let Carrick guys run through him? So great score there from Adam Traynor. Carrick will definitely need to up this second half. So Aaron Murray with the kick out. He's going to go short to Caelan Martin. He's inside, and this is just silly stuff from Carrick. This is just silly stuff.
Yeah, a couple of the guys, there's a couple of these new rules, Joe. They're just not helping the kick out, the forward mark, a couple of those, they're just not up to scratch by times. And, we seen it last night. Ballybay, Paul Finlay, a man of his calibre, fisting a ball, hand passing into the net and in the skeen. So there's a couple of little things, even the most experienced players get caught out with the rules from time to time.
But it extends Truagh's lead to 5 points, because I don't think this score is going to be missed. And like that, it's just, it's Adam Traynor, but they're arguing on the lane. It should be a hot ball. The referee is what is he doing now? No, he's the referee is hopping the ball. So
see, that's what I mean. The new rules, even the refs not sure. And there's just a few of these rules.
Yeah, well, the linesman came in there from the lane. I think it's Carduff's Anthony Martin. I think explained to him. Anyway, here we go again. The ball breaks to it's a Truagh man anyway. And if you have a funny feeling he's going to get his kick away, it's hanging, but it's gone to the right and wide. So Carrick probably got away lucky there. But as you say, David, nobody was sure the rules. But this kick out scenario, it's not good. This time it's all right. Aaron Lynch, he's outside this time. It's a long ball up towards Kevin O'Hanlon, but I don't think Kevin has much chance of getting that. He breaks to Peter O'Hanlon, so Peter's a chance now. Peter to Kevin O'Hanlon. He's going to try and go through the middle. Oh, that's another aimless ball. It's silly stuff. It's silly stuff. Anyway, here we go again. Through a breaking again to Adam Traynor. Adam now. A lot of room for Truagh. He's going through the middle. I think if he gets a chance, he'll take a shot. He slips it to Niall Rooney. Niall, he's lost that ball. Killian Cromwell, unlucky there. Will he get it the second time? He gets a nudge in the back. I think, the referee says he did, and it's a free out. Kevin O'Hanlon on the break there, but he had no, I won't say confidence, but he I've seen Kevin breaking through and going for it, which he didn't do this time. Anyway, here we go again. Caelan Martin. Caelan now soloing up the field. He's 2 or 3 men just directly in front of him, but no real big options, unlike what Truagh were in the first half. Caelan now, he's going to have to give to Stephen O'Hanlon. Stephen is surrounded by Truagh men there. He's going to have to try and go through the middle on his own. He's coming back in to recycle it to Sean Downey. Sean looking to get a shot away. There's no doubt if anybody can shoot it is Sean. He goes onto his right foot. The crowd on the far side like it, and it's over the bar. A great score there from Sean Downey. He done very well, made room for himself and got his score. But I see Stephen Golligley now warming up the far side of the field for Carrick. So it's 6 points in the early stages of the second half.
And 5 of those points from Sean Downey, from the boot of Sean Downey. So a wonderful serve for many years.
Absolutely. And the difference, Truagh are getting their kick-outs a lot handier. Like that guy, James McKenna, he actually just fumbled the ball, but caught a second half asking. And here they go again with Aaron Mohan. Aaron now soloing out to the stand side of the field. He kicks it a bit aimlessly there. Truagh have been guilty of that on a couple of occasions, taking the wrong shot options, I should say. Carrick now trying to start it up, but it's Stephen O'Hanlon. He's a long way from goal, kicking the ball up towards Conor McInerney. Really, to be truthful, Conor now is inside the 45-metre line. He's tackled by John McCarran. Aaron Lynch, but Aaron's not going to get another bad ball from Kevin O'Hanlon. These aren't even, they're not even 70-40 balls, 70-30 balls. They're 60-40 against. They're the bad options. Anyway, Adam Traynor coming down the field now. Going at it. Adam, this time he plays it in towards Colin McCrory. Colin winning a lot of ball back to Owen Kelly. Owen, I'd say, will be looking for some of his scoring men. He's surrounded by Carrickman, but he still gets his pass away out to Colin McCrory. Colin gets it over this side of the field to Adam Traynor. Adam with acres of space outside of the boot, but again, this one goes to the left and wide. Carrick now on a couple of attacks there. Like that time there, as I say, Stephen O'Hanlon gave a great ball to a throw up there. I don't know what this is for.
Just a little bit of experience there from Aaron and goals. Joe, again, just the work rate of Truagh. You can hear the Truagh bench below us. You can hear the Truagh management push all the time. They really, really, really want this victory here in Emmet Park.
Well, at this moment in time, they're looking good for David Eakins, or as Carrickmacross gets it. He's fouled, I think, yeah, absolutely. But again, there's more Carrickmen behind the ball than there in front. And that's a big aimless ball to Donnoch Swinburne. And Donnoch really had no chance of winning that at all. And this is sort of what's carried. They're not even giving them 50-50 chances. And here go through again, through Aaron Mohan coming down the side of the field. He'd probably slipped that on to Ryan Mohan, been told to use it. But he has acres of room, tons and tons and tons of room in front of him. He slips it into... that ball goes to Conor Duffy. Now Conor has it. But again, Conor out to the side to... Conor McEnany, Conor up to Stephen O'Hanlon. But Stephen again, he's a long, long way from goal. He's going to have to carry this a long way. Options in front of him are very, very limited. He's calling up along the sideline. Caelan Martin giving him an option there. Stephen cuts through the middle. Can he make a room for himself for the shot? He takes a shot, and this one has gone to the right-hand side of the posts and wide. So its score remains. Truagh won 6, Carrick 6 points.
Still very much in this game, Joe, against the run of play. Only a goal in it. Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely, David. But Carrick just needs something. They need to make something happen.
It's hard. It's work rate, and winning these kickouts. Truagh are very impressive on the breaks they are.
Yeah. And it has to be said that the kickouts, I don't know what the percentage breakdowns. I see Stephen Gollagher now entering the fray for Carrick. So there's going to be a change, and it's Stephen Gollagher coming in. The vastly experienced Stephen Gollagher coming in for Donnoch Swinburne. Donnoch only in his second season in senior football, hasn't done too badly at all. The last ball was kicked him, in fairness to Donnoch. He had no chance of getting it. So here we go again. Caelan McGee with the kick out for Truagh. He's looking around to see what his options are, and he looks as though he's going to the far side of the field. A good kick out towards Aaron Lynch, breaks it down, but Truagh get this one. No, this time it comes to Stephen O'Hanlon. Stephen getting on more ball, but again he's a long way from goal. Stephen Gollagher now to Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin trying to do something here, but that's into Killian Cromwell. Killian surrounded by Truagh men, and this is Carrick going back into the Stephen Gollagher. Stephen out to Stephen O'Hanlon. Stephen now into Conor McEnany. Conor out to Aaron Lynch. Aaron with a chance for the score. The crowd like it, and the umpires like it, and the Carrick supporters like it. So a good score there. That's a bit better from Carrick. A good score from Aaron Lynch. Narrows the gap to 2 points.
Just 2 points in at 10 minutes gone, Joe. It's still anybody's game, this. It was always going to boil down to a game like this here. A goal for Carrick, couple points for Carrick. The whole game's back in the melting pot.
So Caelan McGee with the kick out now for Truagh. Going long over the far side of the field. Aaron Lynch going up for that. He gets nudged, but it breaks to Conor Duffy. This time it comes to Carl McMiniman. Carl into Stephen Gollagher. Stephen back to Carl. Carl, another high. That's another aimless ball is all I can describe it as. Aaron Mohan picks it up. I don't really know who Carl was trying to pass that. I presume it was Kevin O'Hanlon. But anyway, here we go again. Aaron Mohan into John McCarran. John back to Aaron Mohan. Aaron now, he has Adam Traynor in front of him. He goes inside and back to John McCarran. John out this side of the field to Christopher McEnany to Christopher McKenna, and there's the accurate left foot of Christopher McKenna. A fabulous score from Christopher. The instructions coming from the line back that up, but this time the kick out. This time the kick out is gone, and another kick out. A good chance for Truagh now to extend their lead. Back to John McCarran out the far side of the field there to Christopher McKenna. He comes back into Adam Traynor. Adam will recycle this across the field, which he does to Pádraig Traynor. Pádraig now to Aaron Mohan. Aaron, I'd say plenty of room. He's going to go through the middle and take a shot. A great block from Conor McEnany. He does very well there. To Killian Cromwell picks up the ball, and I think Killian is fouled. He definitely fouled. A super block there from Conor McEnany.
Absolutely, Joe, and great to see Conor back in the team. He's a wonderful worker, so he can get brings a wonderful energy to the thing. A little bit unpredictable from time to time, but a wonderful energy. And it's great to see him back in there today.
And a yellow card there for Aaron Mohan for his tackle on Killian Cromwell. Killian still getting some treatment there. But even the last kick out, David, kick straight to a Truagh man, we got away with it.
We got very lucky.
These
Yeah, the
kickouts are turning
Gaels
to
are
be a
on us.
serious problem.
Yeah, the Gaels are on our side. Really and truly, we should be
back to
further,
Aaron Murray,
we should be further down.
Here we go now, Aaron Lynch on the soloing out of his own full back line. Not a lot of options in front of him. I think he's going to have to go backwards. He's still no options. He slips and loses the ball. And this is where Carrick, nobody was showing for him. He was just running into trouble. And really, the support play is very, very poor. It has to be said. We can't be nice about it, David. It's
the
poor.
difference in the two teams, they're very evenly pitched talent-wise. The difference in the two teams purely comes down to work rate. Having said that, there's only a score in the difference between the two of them, which probably flatters Carrick a little bit. True, have been wasteful in front of goals.
Definitely is flattering Carrick. So Christopher McKenna, I should say, with this kick left-footed, he scored a couple of great points so far, and this looks to be going to the far. No, it's a great score. That's a super score from Christopher McKenna, and that came from Aaron Lynch soloing out the ball. He had plenty of time, but nobody went to support him, and that's what Carrick's problem is. And now the kick out again. This time Aaron Murray goes to far side of the field over towards David Eakins. David doesn't get to that. The Truagh midfield have it again, and here they go again. Signs are looking very ominous, it has to be said, for Carrick at this stage. Conor Duffy doing well there.
That's very timely intervention.
Aaron Lynch
from Conor.
This time he gets it out the far side of the field towards Caelan Martin. But when you look up in front of you, the options are very little. Stephen O'Hanlon is dropping very deep to win that ball, and personally I'd prefer to see Stephen further up the field, but here goes Stephen. Oh, I think he's fouled there. He is, yeah. Truagh hold on to that 4-point lead, but it seems to be very Carrick are just really sort of soloing into trouble or trying to think. There's no support really off the ball.
15 minutes gone. It's a little bit worrying. We talk about the championship quarter. This third quarter being so important to teams that want to push home. It's still only that elusive score, a goal or a couple of points in it. So you still feel if we can get the ball to Stephen O'Hanlon, Stephen Gollaty, Kevin O'Hanlon, Sean
but
Downey,
if you see here, like Sean Downey's going to kick this, but there's very few Carrick men in front of him. That's on the outside of the right boot. Is that a score, is it? That's a ridiculous score from Sean Downey there. Maybe that's why the Carrick guys didn't go in. The referee now calling for a water break. So there's only 3 points in it. We would have 13 minutes left on the clock. But it has to be said, David, while we're hanging in there, that's all we're doing at the moment. We're hanging in there, we're not creating. At this moment in time, you'd have to say Truagh look favours to pull themselves through and more than likely make that quarter-final spot.
We are hanging in slightly, Joe. Yes, that is true, but there's still only a score in it. Truagh, would be probably disappointed with themselves they're not further ahead. It's still in it for Carrick. They've set a little bit. If we can win a little bit of our kickouts, it's not that there's a lot of things wrong. There's, really our kickouts are letting us down. A little bit of work rate and getting the balls in a little bit quicker to our forwards. Sean Downey's having a fantastic game in there. If we can bring Stephen Gollaty, Stephen O'Hanlon, Kevin O'Hanlon into the game a little bit more, if we can just win those kickouts, it may mean playing a third man in midfield to win the breaking ball. We need to do that for the last 10 minutes, so be it. But we just need to win those kickouts. Still anybody's game.
Yeah, we've spoken on numerous occasions. Well, almost numerous. We've often spoken about the Carrick forwards, but we have to be realistic. Sean Downey has contributed 7 of the 8 points. Aaron Lynch got the other. Like, there's nobody up there. A lot of the last ball going in is aimless. It's not giving any forward a chance. Like, when you see through the first half, they open us up with 2 or 3 great passes. Our passes are up in the air. They're not directed at anybody. They're hoping somebody will get it. We've 13 minutes to go now at this stage. You mentioned this championship quarter. This 13 minutes is vital in relation to the whole season, because you're going down to Lanton, you lose here today, you go to Lanton next week, and it's a very, very straight game. You win, you're in a quarter final. You lose, you're in a relegation playoff.
Yeah, well, that is true. You don't want to be going to Latin looking for a victory down there. You prefer to win here. Your home games, that's the way it's set up, the championship. You need to win your 2 home games. Just listen to the true manager down there during the water break telling the guys, hold the ball, make sure of the pass, hold the ball, support. And that's what they've been doing excellently so far. Foot pass, no hand pass, and for the most part been very, very accurate. So look, we're in the last 10-12 minutes here. Really a score, a goal, a point. It's still anybody's game. If we can just win a couple of kickouts, just win a bit of breaking ball in the middle, it's still, anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. But it has to be said, at this moment in time, like every time Carrick go down or go up and get a point, Truagh go down and just Truagh are keeping the scoreboard ticking, and this team, I think he was definitely outside. There was no argument on that. But that's, I think that typifies it there. Like, he gets out of the ball there. Conor McInerney foul. We were arguing that he wasn't outside instead of going up and tackling him, and that's the silliness. I think we just have to cop ourselves on here. So here go through again now. Cormac McKenna to set this up into Adam Traynor. Adam has been on a lot of the ball today. has been guilty of a couple of aimless shots. He sets it back to Owen Kelly. Owen there has 3 men with him, and Sean Downey is going to have to work hard, and he does all he can there. John McCarran back to Owen Kelly, out now to Adam Trainer again. Sean Downey being forced over and back across the field. He won't thank the rest of his teammates for that. In fairness, he's chasing, but he's getting no help. And then Truagh work it out. It's to the full back, which is Neil McQuillan. On to Christopher McKenna. Christopher, who got a great point there. I just put the hex on Christopher. Kevin O'Hanlon does well into Aaron Lynch. Aaron now, the room in front of him, but he's all alone. He's going. Kevin O'Hanlon's going with him. Aaron takes his shot, and that's going to be into the keeper's hands. And as I said numerous times, that's the sin. That's the sin. You've got to put the ball dead.
Yeah, just if Aaron take one more touch, perhaps there, Stephen O'Hanlon taking his way inside, but still can't foul Aaron. He hadn't many options.
So this is Ronan Byrne, I think, number 29. He gets it out to Colin McRory. Colin has got a lot of ball inside. I see Jamie Gainan's on there for Carrick. David, you didn't see who went off?
I didn't. We'll come back to that now.
It's James McGowan, I think, is it? It looks like James McGowan is gone.
Yeah.
Back to Porrick Trainer. Porrick going through the middle, slips it to Aaron Mohan, but the referee Aaron takes a shot, and the referee has to hand up. He was given the advantage, and it's a free in there. And you'd have to say, you'd imagine Christopher McKenna is going to extend Truagh's lead to 4 points here. We have 19 minutes gone. There's 11 minutes left on the clock, but through now, with Christopher McKenna, with what he's kicked so far, you'd expect him to put this over the bar to extend the lead to 4 points. And I'm afraid to say, at the moment on the attack, Carrick have no idea. To strike me as a team with very, very few ideas in the attack, and it's very hard to see them, David, getting 4 scores without
We're missing our big players. Niall Loughman's a huge miss was up there. James Conlon in the defence, and Gary McInerney yet again. Gary's been a wonderful leader in this team. Like, they're big misses, hard to replace big players like that. Hopefully all 3 will be available to us next week. But yeah, a little bit bereft of idea once we do break. Truagh on the other hand seem to be able to get back, defend the numbers and break very, very fast. We spoke earlier on that would be able to maintain that for the full 60 minutes, but they don't look anywhere tiring out there. The evening's probably suiting them. It's a nice cool evening, but the work rate has been phenomenal here, absolutely phenomenal. You can only applaud them.
Yeah, and here comes Christopher McKenna, and if I was a betting man, I'd say he's money on to put this over the bar, and no doubt about it, a good strike, a sweet strike from Christopher to extend Truagh's lead now to 4 points with 10 minutes left, plus whatever a bit of injury time and water breaks we have. So Aaron Murray now looking, again, options very limited for kicker. I see Caelan Martin looking to go short. Don't go too short, Caelan, you've been caught already. So Aaron with the kick out, he goes aiming towards Aaron Lynch. Aaron should get that. Aaron takes the mark this time. He looked to go fast, quick forward. That's a better ball in towards Stephen Gollagy. Stephen gets it. Well done, no, he drops it. And this is where we've been going. Like, that was a good ball. It should have been caught. It wasn't. Here come through again.
Catch from Aaron Lynch. It really was.
Owen Kelly starts it out. Starts the attack again for Truagh. Is that Adam Trainer? It is Adam Trainer. Yeah, out to Cormac McKenna or James McKenna. Cormac McKenna. Oh, there's the corner back. This is Truagh starting to open up a bit now. It's getting no, that's not a good ball. Peter O'Hanlon gets his hand at it. He does well this time, but again, there's nothing in front of Peter except Stephen O'Hanlon. And Stephen, it's all red jerseys in front of Stephen, and he gets it into Sean Downey. Sean does well to catch it, but he's again no support. He forced it back out to David Eakins. Now there's men up this side of the field. Carrick need to switch to the line of attack to Aaron Lynch. Aaron left footed, and that's not a great option from Aaron, has to be said, and that's just where Carrick are at the minute. I say very slow in getting up to support him at this stage. Carrick have got to push themselves up. We've got to get the scores, and you're not going to get the scores when the man with the ball on the 50-yard line is the most advanced man on the field. So Caelan McGee to start the attack again to start the kick out for Truagh. Truagh presently lead 1-9 to 8 points, 21, nearly 22 minutes gone in the match. This time it comes to Aaron Lynch. Aaron gets this into Stephen Gollagy. Stephen to Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin now with a bit of room in front of him. No, he hasn't. He's well blocked there by Truagh, and he solos into trouble. Well tackled by Truagh, and comes out with the ball. And that's just I think that sums up Carrick's day. It's just aimless. It's aimless. We're just running into roadblocks. And Truagh, at this stage, I'd have to say it looks as though Truagh would actually extend their lead as opposed to lose it. So it's Christopher McInerney to Stephen O'Hanlon. This time Carrick to break it up. But as I say, Stephen O'Hanlon, that's a decent ball out towards Jack McGeown. Jack, he's not going to get to that, but is he? He does. He gets there. He does well. But he's isolated. He's totally isolated, Jack. He gets it back out to Stephen Gollagy. Now, I see Kevin O'Hanlon inside looking for it. Into Aaron Lynch. Back to Stephen Gollagy. Out now to Caelan Martin. Caelan gets it out this side of the field to Conor Duffy. Conor now wearing number 2, playing centre back into Caelan Martin. Caelan being isolated again. He's going to have to go backwards, and we're back to where we started. It's Killian Cromwell. Killian across to Carrick McMiniman. Truagh now have set up again. They've got the defence set up. A chance there for Conor McGinn. Conor wouldn't be renowned for his shooting prowess, takes a shot, and I got that one wrong. As I apologise to Sean Downey in the first half, I have to apologise to Conor in the second half. A good score, much better from Carrick, and
Very good,
much more needed in the last 7 or 8 minutes that we've left. Carrick seem to have decided to press the Truagh kick out, but I have to say, Caelan McGee kick-outs haven't been bad. He's coming this side of the field. But Pádraig Traynor gets that. Back to
very
Owen
comfortable,
Kelly.
Joe. Long or short on the kick out through. Very, very comfortable. Last week against Latin it was all short, but this week they're happy to mix it up, long and short.
Owen Kelly into Pádraig Traynor. But there's options here for Pádraig. I see number 7, Aaron Mohan out here. He gives it to Owen Kelly. Owen is happy enough just to hold on to this ball. Not the wisest thing, but Pádraig Traynor. This is where Carrick need to just start to work a bit harder. As David spoke earlier about the work rate. Well, the work rate has to be up, but Truagh coming out it. 29 has done very well for Truagh since he came on. And that's a great ball over to the full-back, Niall McQuillan, but Niall doesn't hold on to that. I think that'll be a free out. It might be described as a professional foul, but I think Niall was 100% right to do what he did. He's going to have his name taken for that, but he may possibly get a black card. I don't know. Maybe a bit harsh, but if the rules state it, the rules state it. He was unlucky. He found himself much more forward than he'd normally expect to be, wearing number 3 on his back, and it's just a yellow card. Carrick not happy with that.
Very
but I
lucky
think,
there, the yellow. That
I think Conor Duffy with the kick gets the game started on to Jamie Gain, and Jamie who came on there for James McGeown. Now Aaron Lynch out to Carl McMiniman. Carl now trying to inject a bit of pace into this game. He lucky not to be done for overcarrying. Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin back to Stephen Gollagy. Stephen now back into Aaron Lynch. Aaron doesn't hold on. He does second half asking. Back to Stephen Gollagy. Stephen now Carrick. He gets that, but again, it's not a great ball. And these are the sort of balls that Carrick have been playing. They're not good passes. They're not even 50-50. They're Hail Mary pass, I think I described them. And it's always favouring Truagh. So Truagh coming out with it now. Yeah, Jack McGeown. David Eakins should get to that. No, it's well taken by the 29. A lot of steps there taken by Niall Kelly, but the referee happy enough to give him the free, and Carrick given out. But I think that aggression, guys, as you're showing the referee, you start a knee shown on the ball. There's no point in giving out to the referee.
He was lucky, probably did take a few steps there, but he was fouled along with that, so he got the benefit of the doubt. That's what happens teams, Joe, when they're in the lead, when they're winning, they get that little rub of the green with them, and I suppose Truagh got it there. Again, though, the work rate very, very comfortable. A sea of white in there, and they're very comfortable working the ball out through the hands, right out. No panic whatsoever.
And a couple of subs coming in here for Truagh, number 20 and number 22. David, have you the names there?
20 is Christopher Flood.
Christopher Flood is coming in for, it looks to be Cormac McKenna at centre back, and
Darren McKenna is 22.
Darren McKenna is coming in for Colin McRory in corner forward. So Truagh are now starting to empty the bench, to trying up the ante for the last couple of minutes. Here they go again. It's Christopher McKenna. I wouldn't like to see Christopher getting into a scoring position. There's the sub now, the aforementioned sub 20, Damien Flood. He plays it to David Eakins. Does well, yes, does very well. This time Peter O'Hanlon gets it. But again, very little in front. It has to be said, very little in front of Conor McNeil. He puts it to Sean Downey, but that ball's gone down.
David Eakins gone down again. We spoke of David Eakins' bravery earlier on in the game, and there he has gone down again. He puts his hand and his head in where other fear to tread.
Absolutely. Fair play to David. He's a credit. But where I see the problem, David, is every time we get a ball, when the Gaels look up, there's nothing in front of them. Like this, I know that the plan is to attack at pace. There's a good hit there from Conor McInerney, but what's happening there?
A bit of handbags there, a bit of retaliation there on that hit from Conor.
I think the referee didn't blow originally for the hit on Conor. I don't know what he's blowing for now, but like as I say, Sean Downey, even if he had got that ball, he was completely isolated out there on the sideline.
Part of the problem, I suppose, is our forwards are coming so deep looking for ball that when the ball does break, they are well, 40, 45 yards away from the through goal, which is
this guy could
too
be in
far.
trouble because he was in. This is the number 3 Niall McQuillan. He was on a yellow card earlier, so if he gets another yellow card, he's gone for the final 6 or 7 minutes of the game, and it looks he's going to go and get some sort of a card because the referee wouldn't be talking. I don't think he's up for his phone.
Christmas one, and that's for
Yeah,
sure.
it was a direct red he's given him. I don't know what exactly. It was a good hit there from Conor McInerney. I didn't see. Did you see what Niall McQuillan did afterwards, David?
He was boots. He kicked out at him.
Well,
So 2.5 minutes to go. You can't raise the studs. You just can't do that.
so 2.5 minutes and Truagh still come out with the ball. I think they'll get the free here. A lot of steps there. A lot of steps by Pádraig Traynor. So now a chance for Carrick. It's a chance, and Sean Downey going to overtake that kick. Chance to narrow the gap to 2 points. We have just 2 minutes on the clock, plus whatever a bit of injury time we got. We're probably looking at, with substitutions, with a water break, we're probably looking at maybe 4 to 5 minutes. There's time, but every shoot, every shot now, every score is vital for Carrick. Every attempt to score. It's 1-9. Sean Downey with the kick. It's been Carrick's score in chief so far. Takes the kick, and that's not surprisingly over the bar from Sean Downey. He's been excellent for Carrick today. Been isolated up the front on his own. Maybe if he got more support and more ball, things will be closer. But there's only 2 points in it, as David has been saying all along. For some reason, we're hanging in there. If that elusive goal could come, but it has to be said, we haven't really created a goal scoring chance, but we live in hope. We're moving into the last minute of the game. So Caolan McGee now with the kick out for Truagh. This comes out towards Jack McKeown, and Jack McKeown breaks it down, but it's Truagh winner. Aaron Mohan going forward again. It's not the first time I've said that today. Carrick now definitely don't want to foul him here, because Christopher McKenna this time to do well, to defend well this time. So a chance now for Carrick to break. That goes to Carl McMiniman. Carl now, he's out on his own, but again he's going to have to go. Again there's very little in front of him. He gets it up to Sean Downey. Sean out there on his own, nothing inside to give it to. Into Kevin O'Hanlon. Kevin's going to try and burst through the middle. He's been chased, he's been tackled, but he's been surrounded and pulled down by Truagh men, and a chance now for Sean Downey to narrow the gap to the minimum. Kevin did very well there. He had to do well. He had to do well because he was totally isolated. Maybe silly from Truagh to cause the foul, because if they hadn't, Kevin would have been left with very little option, but either release the ball or be done for over carrying. So Sean Downey now, as we were moving into injury time, Sean with a chance to narrow the gap, believe it or not, to the minimum. I'm surprisingly I'm saying that, but here's a chance for Sean. He's been very good so far, but again these kicks, all the posts seem to get narrower all the time. This one from Sean, the crowd like it, and it's down to the minimum now as we move into injury time. It's Truagh 1-9, Carrick 11 points. We're actually just 30 minutes and 17 seconds gone, so we're probably looking at another. It's in the referee's discretion now, but I'd be guessing 2-3 minutes. So the kick out now from Caolan McGee. Caolan this time, he's looking to see who he's going to give it. He's coming to this side of the field, and it's towards Niall Rooney, but Niall taps that down to Aaron Mohan. Aaron goes forward, being surrounded, but gets the ball out to Niall Rooney. Niall down the side of the field there towards Christopher McKenna. If Christopher gets his boot away, he does, but this time no, it drops short. It's not like Christopher to do that. Now a chance for Carrick to get one last attack. Caolan Martin now. He's been the Truagh boys are advising no fouls. I can understand what that is. Peter O'Hanlon, he's in the middle of the field. He gets it back to Carrickmacross. Carrick to Stephen Gollagley. Stephen now in the middle of the field, a long way from goal, trying to work his way up. I'd say he's looking for Peter O'Hanlon here. He does, but Peter's out on the sideline, not really a scoring position. Back to Stephen. Stephen has a lot of experience behind him. He's been in this position before, but Carrick need to push forward. Carrick now over to Conor McInerney. Conor should give this out to Aaron Lynch. Can Aaron get into a shooting position? He's going to go to his right. He does, and he takes a shot. It's a super shot from Aaron Lynch, and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Carrick have levelled this match. It didn't look achievable 10 minutes ago, but maybe they're saying ye have little faith. It's still all to play for. We have 31 and a half minutes gone. Scores are level. 12 points to Carrick, 1-9 to Truagh. That's a heavy tackle there from Carl McMiniman. Truagh now, it's possession now is vital at this stage of the game. It's one of those games you'd feel the next score is going to win it. Out to Niall Rooney. The ball breaks away from Niall. He still should get it. He does well. Being chased by David Eakins. That's out to Ryan Mohan. Ryan I'd say they'll be trying to work this ball to Christopher McKenna. It's to Adam Traynor. Adam now out the far side of the field to. That's the sub there that come on. He's been tackled by Kevin O'Hanlon. I think the advice from both sides would be don't foul at this stage. Out to Adam Traynor. Possession is vital. Will Truagh get another shot away? Oh, Adam cuts himself inside. He gets it into Christopher McKenna. Truagh trying to work the ball out. There's a man taking the shot. Number 5, James McKenna, and a super score from James McKenna, it has to be said, to put Truagh ahead. A great score. Done well. Carrick probably did everything they could to try and keep it out of the scoring guys' hands. They did, but James McKenna had different ideas. So will Carrick get another chance to go up the field? Stephen O'Hanlon, he has a long way to go up the field. He gives it to Peter O'Hanlon. Peter cutting in. I'd say Carrick now will be looking to get oh, that's not a great ball from Peter. Oh, John McCarran cuts that out, and that could be Carrick's last chance gone. A lot of wayward passes down there. When I say that, Truagh then give it away. This time it comes out this side of the field to Killian Cromwell. Again, Killian is isolated. He's going to have to try and get this into Sean Downey. He does, but Sean, all he can do, he gives that back to Stephen Gollagly. Stephen to Conor Duffy. Conor, he's fouled, and a chance for Sean Downey to equalise the match. What are we like? I think we must be nearly there, David, time-wise.
Joe, yeah, really.
Sean Downey talk about taking a quick kick there, but I see Declan Finnegan going in. I'd say Declan, we can take your point. I'd say at this stage Carrick will quite happily take the draw if they can get it.
Absolutely.
We must be near enough the last kick of the game. Sean has been very good so far, and this is a chance to level. As it stands, it's 110 to Truagh. It's 12 points to Carrick. Sean now with an effort to draw the match, and Sean, unbelievably, inexplicably, has missed it. You'd have put the house on Sean getting that, and you feel that probably is the last chance of the match.
I wouldn't blame him at all. He's been phenomenal today.
He's after 12 points, he's got about 9 of them, I think.
Yeah, that is probably the handiest goal he'll mad at himself. He's been phenomenal today, though, absolutely phenomenal. It's just 1 point in it, and you'd feel it's going to blow up.
I would have thought so. Yeah. Kick out through it. Yeah, that was the last chance. A vital miss there, Sean. But as David said, he's been Carrick's go-to man all day. Just unfortunate there. If Carrick didn't have Sean on that field on many occasions, we wouldn't be where we are today. So it finishes up. Truagh probably deserving the 1 point win. Truagh 110, Carrick 12 points. That means it all comes down to Carrick going to Latin next week, and basically it's a straightforward situation. The winners of Carrick and Latin go into the quarter-finals. The losers go into the relegation playoff. Truagh have Castleblaney at home next week, and on all known form, Castleblaney lost all 3 matches to date. You'd have to fancy Truagh to get across the line on that. David?
You would have to admire Truagh's work ethic. Having said that, after the last 10 minutes, the final quarter, Carrick really started to come into the game. Niall McQuillan's send-off was a big moment there for Truagh. Unfortunately, we just couldn't capitalise enough. As you said yourself, if we'd have got 1 point out of a draw game, would have been fantastic. Going to Latin is never simple. You never get an easy game down there. Now, having said that, Latin have a very mixed team this year, a couple of veterans, and a lot of last year's and the year before's minor teams. So you'd still would fancy Carrick in Latin next Sunday.
Well, yeah, I'd be hopeful more than expecting our performances today, apart from the Castleblaney match, which wasn't a great performance. We did enough that day. We were poor against Scotstoun last week, showed a bit of glimpses there in the last 10 minutes, but apart from that, David, I have to say it's been disappointing. However, folks, it's still alive. There is 1 game to go. It's next Sunday at 2 o'clock in O'Reilly Park, Latin. So on a final score of Truagh 1 goal and 10 points, Carrick 12 points. That's it. Thanks again to Cal O'Gorman for sponsoring the streaming here with Shane Burdy on the camera. And a disappointing end of the day for Carrick. So Truagh advanced to the final round of matches next week with a 1 point victory.